Okay, hello everybody, I'm Charlie Hain. Today I'm going to be giving a scholarly person presentation. Basically what that means is I'm going to outline what I define as a scholarly person and how I am trying to become a scholarly person. First off, I define a scholarly person as having two main traits, one of which is being educated. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the traditional four-year college sense, but always trying to expand their knowledge in some way, shape, or form. Another aspect, the second aspect that goes right along with that is being motivated. Not just getting your four-year degree, getting a job, working there until you die. Doing other things to expand your knowledge, taking other classes, reading articles, books to, expand your toolbox, I guess. My everyday hero is Jared Poland. Jared is a Philadelphia-based photographer. He is the creator of FronosPhoto.com and the YouTube channel. He created the I Shoot Raw brand. On his YouTube channel, he does product reviews, basic photography tutorials, vlogs, and he has his podcast called Raw Talk. Why is he my everyday hero? He's not just a photographer. He's always expanding his brand in as many ways as possible. Like I said, he does product reviews, he does videography, he has his vlog, he does, he goes to SHOT Show. He has created a basic tutorial on how to capture emotion in low light. So he has many of these different things to expand his brand. He's always promoting his brand. And that's something that I aspire to be. He's not just a photographer and that's all he's going to be. What am I doing to become a scholarly person? Well, I am taking business and marketing classes, PR classes, advertising classes, communications classes to become as well-rounded as possible. The business and marketing classes are quite obvious to be able to run my own business. The PR classes and the advertising classes are one, to be able to produce PR, news releases, tweets, use social media in a, that kind of way for my brand. Obviously, be able to advertise my brand with the advertising classes, but both of those together, also understanding what those agencies want if I'm trying to create work for them. And then the communications classes, obviously being able to communicate with other individuals because we live in a people-based world and those are the people that are going to be paying me money. So being able to communicate with them well, solve conflicts, etc. We were asked to look into social justice issues in our desired field. I named one in particular that stood out to me is mostly different cultures and prejudice. I find that most people, if you are white and Christian and you're looking to hire a photographer, in most cases it's going to be a white Christian because they know the different practices that go on in a wedding or an event. Whereas I feel like people from other cultures might hesitate to hire me, being a white male, because I might not know all the important events that might go on at their event or wedding. So I feel like, obviously, this is a problem that expands throughout the whole world and not just in the world of photography. We were also asked to look through the 8 stages of Erickson's development and place ourselves where we feel we are today in one of the stages, not necessarily correlating with the age groups that Erickson defined. So I placed myself in the industry versus inferiority, which typically he lays out is from children 6 to 12. During that time period, children, they are going to school, they're stepping out into the real world necessarily for the first time outside of their home, and they are starting to understand where they fit in society based on the classes they take at school, their English, their math, their art, and based on feedback from their teachers, whether they're good or bad, they kind of determine what skills are good and what skills they don't have and kind of place themselves in the world. I put myself in that category, being a senior in college, as more of an internal struggle with myself, not necessarily other people critiquing me, but questioning, do I have the skills to go out there and be successful? So that's one thing that I've looked at. In my paper that I wrote, I named education, financial, personal aspects of my life that I feel like this stage fits into. Just trying to, basically all questions, do I have the ability to make it in A, or am I not adequate? And just seeing that and trying to, lay out a plan to, give me all the skills to make it in the real world. We were asked to give an example from the book that inspired us. One that stood out in particular to me was the story of Nikolai. I believe was from chapter 7. He was an immigrant from East Europe. He moved here with his family, his wife, and his couple kids. He couldn't speak any English, but he knew he needed a job to support them. So his friend told him about a bulletin board that had a bunch of job listings. So they went down and they looked, and he noticed one job in particular stood out, which was a barber at a military base. He had never been a barber before, but he had remember seeing, a while back, Navy men getting their hair cut and how, they just took it all off. So that night, he practiced some English phrases with his friend for his interview, and the following day he went to his interview, and the one question that he was asked, the barber asked him, have you ever cut hair before? And his one response is, yes, I cut it all off. And lo and behold, he got that job, and 2 years later he was actually running that barbershop, and he was doing all the hiring. That story inspires me in particular because not every job that I'm going to be approached with, I'm going to have a full knowledge and expertise on how to do, but being able to believe in myself that I can get the job done with the skills that I have is, very important, and it's inspiring to me. So, obviously I laid out all my roadmap on how to become a scholarly person, and I'm in that process now, and we'll find out in a few months when I graduate.
Yeah.
Thank you.